good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, however it works out. Who's here? Andy, Brock, Robert Mack, uh, and oh, Mark's here. Oh, that's right. You got shut down, didn't you? Back from the bush. I saw your little thing on Facebook that said you things got locked down and you turned around or something. No deer, no fish, no something. Who
Hello,
else did I see?
everybody. I'll
Buddy,
start at the top.
was that Brock? I think I
I'm
said
tired.
everything.
Hello, StreamYard live viewer comments. Hello, Robert, Brock, Andy,
Oh,
Mark,
what was I gonna do? I'd start out with the
Mitch,
usual. This is
Dave.
a because I'm bored live streaming. Robert had asked yesterday. He said he wanted to come on and asked if I was doing or I'll come on if you do a live stream tomorrow. So I'm doing one.
Oh, good. Put that
The
link out
health
there.
is good.
Yo, Gator.
Hey Gator,
Okay,
the
I won't interrupt.
health is good. The house is really good. I think so hopefully I'll find out today or tomorrow whether the escrow on my other house closed. And the
Cool.
Yeah, so everything's going fairly good on that end of it. I was reading this morning right before I came on about Phuket. I guess Raui on the end. That's the very tip of Phuket. That's the one that they've had the most talk about. That almost seems normal. You go down there and there's people walking the streets and blah blah blah. Anyway, they're going to open up the bars, entertainment venues, and stuff with a bunch of restrictions, but like the girls can't sit with you at the table and stuff like that, which I'm sure they'll, at least they're opening it, so it's moving in the right direction. I didn't hear anything on Samui. I'm lacking. I wasn't really planning on, I don't prepare the way I should anyway. But hey, Gator, what was I going to do? Robert, you want to come on? I'll drop the link. I want to know about Vietnam, what you know about getting into there. Or if anybody knows anything, I'm really curious. Didn't do any research. I'm real
Take
curious.
out the disco lights. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dave was just telling me that.
yeah, you got to put in regular lights. It's amazing. The things that they think are important, it just thoroughly amazes me. Um, yeah, so I didn't check on Samui or anything, but I'll put this in here in case Robert or anybody wants to come on. Mark, if you want to come on and tell us about your failed trip, we would like to hear your disappointed adventure. Oh, and there goes my green screen. All right.
God,
All right.
nobody's back there getting dressed. Quick,
Yeah, thank
hit the
God.
X button.
My wife's still here too. Let me see if I can get it back up.
I've heard that, Gator. There was a CDC study that
Thank you, baby.
our
That's
taxpayer,
perfect.
we spent a lot of money on that for the
What's
disco
that?
ball COVID correlation
Yeah,
restriction factor growth.
earthquake. Yeah,
There's so
earthquake
much.
in Thailand. Don't come. But yeah, I don't want to get caught for that. I was only kidding. I don't want any
Oh,
false
Tiger
news.
just went live. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go watch a real show.
Is it? Are you? Did he just go
No,
live?
I'm not. Yeah, they just got a freaking. Oh, maybe it's
Taped.
a
What is it? How come I didn't get? Oh, Mark's gonna come on and tell us his story. I'm interested.
Tiger.
Hey, Mark, what's up?
Uh,
Yeah.
good morning,
Hello,
viewers. Good
Mark.
morning, Mitch. Morning, Dave.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
everybody. Yeah, so it was a bit of an ill-fated trip yesterday. We left Melbourne bright and early, 10 o'clock in the morning. It was about a 6.5 hour drive over into East Gippsland, so due east from here. And got up to a nice little remote spot, went into the pub to have a few beers and work out where we were going to fish, and then I was going to walk off by myself and have a bit of a shoot. And watching the news, it said, well, Andy had sent me a text, I think. Someone had sent me a text. We're in the pub watching the news, and Melbourne goes to its 5th lockdown. So, but not just Melbourne, it was the whole state of Victoria. So, which means you're only allowed out for 5 reasons: get vaccinated, work, education, food, and no more than 5 kilometres from your home. So I was about 350 kilometres from home, so I had no valid reason to be walking around the high country with a 338 Lapua on my hip. So back we came, got back about 12:30 last night. So good
Hey,
morning,
Robert,
Robert.
how
mate.
you doing?
Hi, Dave.
Hello, Robert.
Bitch.
Hey, what's up?
Mark, how are you? And everybody in the chat, hello.
I don't have that many people. Who's here?
How's
So
everybody doing?
what's new and exciting? Where are you at now? You're back at your home?
I'm sitting right here working on the house. I got everything pulled apart here, throwing stuff away. Gonna do some painting. I'm getting rid of a lot of junk.
You're mucking out, are you?
Well, I'm cleaning
Kinda.
house slowly. So that's the
Yeah, what
first step,
I'm
cleaning house.
I'm still really, really concerned about, because we were talking yesterday about, or have quite a bit talking about why come here, why this, why that, but there's other vacation spots, and I'm talking about just vacation, not people that are moving here. The other spots for vacations like Vietnam or Cambodia or Singapore or any of the ones that anybody knows about, what are their restrictions? Like, could
Well,
I even get into Vietnam?
right
I know
now,
you. Yeah, go ahead.
unless you're a special worker or something, you can get in and go through quarantine. I'm sure if we pushed it, my wife and we could get in, but we'd have to go through a quarantine. We'd really have to go through heck, but it's not even
Right.
worth it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm
21
saying.
days or whatever they want. Right now, they're having problems too. We're getting pictures from family. Streets are closed. They got roadblocks. I got a whole bunch just a few minutes ago. It's crazy. There was an old lady walking to the store, had some vegetables that she had out of her garden going to sell at the market. She didn't even know the town's closed down. The police just paid for all her food and said, "Go home here."
Well, that's
Everything's
what I'm
closed.
trying. That's what I was trying to say, because people say, "Oh, well, don't come and you're not going to do it, and don't go to Phuket because, what happens if you get, you have to go and you might have a false positive, or you might have been sitting next to somebody that had it on the plane,
Right.
blah blah blah." But where else that I can't think of, but I guess I could go on Google and check every freaking
Well,
country out in Southeast
Mexico.
Asia.
A lot of
Yeah,
people are
Mexico's
going to
pretty well.
Hello,
too.
the Grinch.
Yeah.
A
Hey,
lot of
Grant.
people are
You're
going to
feeling well, buddy.
Mexico, and different places, but still, you go there, you know, you, it's like anywhere has certain restrictions. I know some people in Mexico right now, they got to wear a mask in certain areas, which is all right if that's what they like. And,
They have to do any kind of quarantine when they went in, or no?
actually, no, because they went from here to Tijuana. They
Okay.
drove to the border. They parked their
Okay.
vehicle. They went through the expressway into
Did you-
Tijuana, got an airplane at
Grinch.
Tijuana International Airport, and they flew somewhere. So when they come back, they're going to go back to Tijuana, and you can walk through, no PCR test, no nothing.
What
It-
about
it-
if you were? Do you know what happens if you were to fly from like LAX to
Yeah.
Cabo?
Got
You
to
have
do
to
a
do-
PCR test when you come
Uh-huh.
back into the United States.
Nothing
So-
going into Mexico.
Huh?
Nothing going into Mexico. You don't need nothing.
I haven't heard anything going into Mexico.
So that might
But,
be a good one then, because I
I'm-
mean I got no problem with Mexico. A lot of people don't like going
It
down there.
depends on what area you go to and how you act. It's like anywhere. It's how you act, But me and my wife, we're waiting for the beach. We want to go to Thailand.
What am I doing?
Vietnam probably might not be open by the time we go to Thailand, but we want to go to the beach.
Right.
We like the beaches and certain foods. And
I would go to Phuket. I'd go now.
I,
I wouldn't
I'm
wait.
not much for Phuket or Patong or Camel. I've been there. I really,
Yeah, but-
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean,
7.6
if-
actually.
I don't
Yeah,
care
but if you
for
want to
it.
really, but it's not. What don't you care for? Because
I
if you
just-
don't care for the
something.
people,
No,
then,
it's
then
just
they're not there. The
area,
crowds
I
aren't
just-
there.
I was
Oh, you
down in
didn't like
that
it?
area of Phuket. I didn't care for that area.
Wow, God, I
You
liked
know,
it.
well, you
I
got
like Colac probably better,
you got
but
Koh
and I like.
Chang, you got Koh Samui, you got Krabi, you got all
Yeah,
these
but
other places.
you're only gonna be in Phuket for. It's not like you guys got to leave.
Yeah, well, Koh Samui.
You're only gonna be in Phuket. you're only going to be in Phuket or Koh Samui for 14 days.
Yeah,
Then you
Koh
could go to
Samui's
Krabi.
nice. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind going to Koh Samui now if I could talk her into it.
She don't want to go.
I don't know. We've been working around here, and she's cleaning, getting rid of stuff too. But
Remind her that she needs to be retired. It's time to go enjoy your life.
She stays busy, always doing something. But
Hey, Richard, how you doing?
she knows I want to go. But
Is Robert Mack really 7 feet tall?
Well,
Richard
look,
wants to know.
I'm 6 foot, so Robert,
Yeah,
you
I'm
put
pretty
you
tall.
put your head up here.
that's a 7-foot doorway up there, and I'm almost at it.
I reckon Robert's a good foot above me. So yeah,
Let's see.
yeah.
Hey, the Grinch is in the house. He's
No, he looks 7 foot tall to me.
everybody see
Hey,
that?
Grinch, how's
Doorway way
Grinch
up
doing?
here. Yeah,
I
almost.
would wish to somebody. How is he doing? How did he say anything besides not
He
wishing
said,
it?
he said, those guys don't listen to me on the panel. Only Mitch does.
Yeah. Hi, Richard.
Says it sucks.
Hey,
He
Richard.
wouldn't wish it on his worst enemy.
I don't know. There's a
Can
bunch
only
of people.
imagine.
I've heard people whining and complaining that, oh, if you go to Phuket and then, well, you won't be able to travel to Bangkok. You won't be. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I could give a shit less if I ever see Bangkok again. If I wanted to go to downtown L.A. when I was home, I could just go to downtown L.A.
Bangkok's
So,
like Saigon, nothing but traffic.
Yeah, I mean,
The only good thing is Bangkok has the
Yeah.
train MRT. Vietnam has a new subway. I don't think it's open just yet, but they're both crowded.
I don't know. I never checked on. I wonder if there's flights. Is there flights out of Phuket to places like Krabi and places like Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, all that? There's got to be, right? I didn't check them, but that's what I would do. I would go there,
Thanks, Sam.
spend my 2 weeks, either that or in Samui, and then I would take off and fly someplace else. Once I got to a place like Krabi or something, I would get a car or something and start driving around. Although they don't want you to travel and stuff, but they're giving you these options to go there and then travel. So
The
I
hard
understand.
part to go anywhere is like
Hey,
I
Ren
called
San.
I called the Thai consulate in Hollywood,
Uh-huh.
and I asked them, and Lay goes, "Oh, call back," and I don't know what she said, September, October, like kind of just.
Hey, Don.
Yeah, they don't even want to do nothing
Morning, Don.
really.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If I'm retired and I'm in the United States and I want out of the United States, I'm going to Thailand. If I got to take a chance on a false positive or sitting next to Joe COVID next to me and having to screw up that 14 days and doing 14 days in Phuket inside the hotel, then that's what I do. And then once I'm done, I go about my way. Can I go to Bangkok and go to red or deep red zone? No, I won't be able to travel there. But places all around up in Isan where I'm at and stuff like that, they're all orange or yellow, and there's plenty of places like where
I don't even
where
pay
Chuck
attention
is
to all
in
the
Tat
stuff
Phnom.
around here.
Tat Phnom is yellow. Ubon and Udon I think are orange or yellow. So there's plenty of places to go. And if you like I guess Rayong just went red. So
They're starting they're starting to talk about the news or something. Somebody sent me a message. Oh, there's all these people going to the hospital and all this.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
guess
really
they're-
care. I'm vaccinated. All the people going there are not vaccinated. I don't even want to hear it. I don't care.
they did a big thing, or the government's really clamping down on any kind of false news.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Royalty in the
they
house.
said a bunch of
Look
stuff
at that.
about
Jesus Christ.
vaccines.
Right on.
What kind of got me a little bit disturbed is they're saying that Sinovac
Yeah, Tom
is
Petty.
not. It doesn't protect you against that Delta variant, and this is all hearsay again. What the news is telling me, but what that concerned me because my wife has been to have both doses of the Sinovac. Her parents has had AstraZeneca, but for me, I was supposed to be in October. Was supposed to get the Moderna, and
That's
now the
good.
little thing that I read on the Tiger said that the Thai Red Cross is giving 1 million extra doses of Moderna, and the Moderna, the 5 million that are supposed to get here in the fourth quarter, will either be here late in the fourth quarter or possibly the first part of 22, which means I can't get crap until maybe January. So that don't fly with me because I wanna
It'll
travel.
they'll start
Come
getting a
fly with
lot more
me. Come
here.
fly.
When
I
it
think so
started
too.
here, all the vaccines were really slow here and there, and all of a sudden they just start come from everywhere, and everybody started getting them. You know, it's same's going to happen in Thailand. You'll watch the next few months, everybody will start getting them. Hopefully, we hope.
You don't wanna. Is that
You know, talking
Gators?
about beaches, man. Mexico have many good beaches.
The last
Tijuana.
place that I went to in Mexico was I went down to
I'm
Tijuana?
punch drunk, tired, man.
no, I went all the way down to the
Hey,
where's the
Patty
big
Doyle in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Is Paddy
Good to
Doyle
see ya.
here?
Where's
Oh my
Patty
God,
Doyle?
I'm starting to blush. Oh my God.
Take a screenshot of that. Good Lord.
Where?
Yo, man, here, put the link out there, Dave.
Yeah, I'll get off for Paddy Doyle.
No,
I
yeah,
can't compete with that.
I'm just messing with you.
No.
Mr. Mitch is
Oh,
playing.
my heart.
I'm full
my
of
heart
shit.
went
I'm
into
so
a
full of
flutter.
shit. You guys have known me how long? A week? And you
My
haven't
heart
figured it
went
out?
into a flutter.
They-
I was looking through the chat to see where he was.
Dave, last time I went to Tijuana, I was younger. We were driving around. We were down shooting it down somewhere in India,
Okay.
somewhere in the desert. And my friend said, "Let's go into Tijuana." We go, "Shit, we got a car full of guns. We can't go." So we pull
Sorry.
over in the dirt somewhere, and he lays them down and puts a blanket over him and covers them up with dirt. I'm thinking, son of a gun, man, you're gonna get everybody thrown in
Oh,
jail.
man.
We're only teenagers, you know. That's the first time I was in
Gator.
Tijuana. Never been back again.
I went all the way down. Went with my wife. God, I got a 5-star hotel. I want to. God, it's one of the big giant resorts. Anyway, way down in at the end of the White Beach area. God, what was it?
Rosarito,
Yeah, that's it.
No, all the way down. You have to fly there. It's
Cancun, Cabo.
Cancun.
Oh, I heard that's
Yeah, but
nice.
that-
I've
what's
never
the
been
one-
there.
What's the one next to Cancun? It's right there.
Yeah.
Stone
I don't
Throw
know.
Park. Cancun was kind of crappy. Where I was good. People are, I don't know. People are afraid to go. I went to Acapulco and they were cutting off people's heads in Acapulco, and I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't at that time. I didn't let small stuff like getting your head cut off hamper
Right.
my hamper
Well,
my
Small stuff
doing
getting
it.
your head
if you
cut
do
off.
something
Why would
wrong, if you do something wrong, there's probably a reason, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know what the biggest thing with the cartels and everybody right above me, where I lived in Central California.
Right.
That's where they up in the land, the federal land. That's where they all were growing all the weed and taking it back to Mexico, and that's where supposedly the cartels were holding the family of people and saying, "Here, you're going to go here. You're going to grow this for me, or we're going to kill your
They're
family."
growing it right out here in Palmdale now, out in the flatlands.
Oh well, it's all legal now. I'm talking about
But
10 years ago.
The
But
cartels, they're just going over the property and putting these big grow houses up. I mean, huge ones, growing tons and tons of it. They just cleaned a whole bunch out a week or two ago. But they're since it's legalized, they're just going to town growing it.
Hey, Chad. CB Media's in the house. Yo, buddy.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with Mitch today? Is he acting?
I don't know. Yeah, he's a little out of it today.
What's going on there, Mitch?
They used to fly over my house with in helicopters suspended with big diapers underneath them, just loaded full of it. At a certain time of the year, the helicopters would just in and out all day long because the
Crazy.
pad that they landed on was about a half a mile from my house up there in the Sierras. But people used to ask me, "Can we go hiking up in the mountains?" I said, "Well, you can, but you might not come back because they don't. I wouldn't. There's plenty of places to go. You don't want to go here."
Yeah.
But but they can be. But Mexico
Yeah,
was
allegedly.
awesome. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked Mexico. But I don't know. I liked Phuket. I took my little PCX and went to probably 10 or 12 hotels just in Phuket.
Maybe I
Wow.
didn't see enough of it because I just went to the beaches, for
I will have with Mitch's
Little while.
drinking. Richard wants to know what you're drinking. He wants some.
Yeah, me too.
Mitch.
Yeah, I
Did you
saw
hear
that.
I saw that. Okay,
Are we getting
Gra-
a big lag or anything, guys? I haven't been paying attention.
little bit, not much.
I'll put my
Homemade grappa.
hand up, and I'll start counting. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you mean from
No,
YouTube or?
I'm on almost 72 hours of no sleep. I did a bunch of streams. I did 2 jobs for 2 separate customers. So about 15-second delay. And I'm before Dave. I messaged Dave earlier today, and I said, "Are you going live today?" And he says, "I wasn't planning on it. I'm bored though." And I went, "Okay," because I don't know what day it is. He laughed at that, and then here we are.
I'm gonna let you guys chat. I'll watch. Okay, I'll give somebody else a chance to get on.
Chef and Dev in the house. Welcome.
Chef and Dev
Richard's
too.
here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a big day.
Yeah, we're.
I don't know. I don't know any of them. I mean, I've seen them on Richard's show, but I don't know. Never met. The only one that I've actually met face to face is Foreigner Joe. That's pretty much the only one that I've ever met.
I think they're all
Yeah, no.
sharing one computer. They're down at Samui, aren't they? They're just sitting
I think
around
so,
one
yeah,
great
there's a
big
whole-
laptop.
There's a whole crap load of them in Samui, that's for sure. I know that Patty Doyle's there. I know that there's like 5 or 6 of them, but they're having a good time. I could think of a lot worse places to be than Samui. So,
Melbourne for one.
Yeah, Melbourne. Yeah, no shit. How do you guys get? You guys get locked down when the wind blows, right? If the wind blows, then
Yeah, look,
you're locked down.
it's for this Delta variant. But I was at my doctor's last week getting the medical for Thailand, and I was talking to her, and she said, whilst the Delta variant is far more contagious, it hasn't got the death rate attached to it like the other variant, whatever the other one was.
One's worse.
So
Yeah, no, let me ask you a question. I know you mentioned a bunch of things that you could leave for. If this was time for you to leave and go get on a plane,
yeah,
is
I
that
could go.
acceptable?
I
You
could,
could
yeah,
go?
I could go. I could go.
All right.
I could go.
right.
When before I retired, a couple of months ago, I was flying all over Australia for work and in and out of all the different lockdowns. So because for work and I had to go to the airport, it was part of my travel. So if I have to leave Australia, I've got a decent reason to go, so they'll let me go to Tullamarine Airport and let me go. So
Now I understand, Andy. Okay, no worries. We're having a side conversation.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So Gator said,
Yeah, tuning
Patty,
out.
Chris Parker,
Well, I
Nick
took my
Dean,
meds already.
Carl Sullivan, 2 pork,
I'll show you what
2
I take. I
pepper,
take a
That sounds like
I take-
you got all of them, Gator.
great.
lisinopril
Morning.
HCTZ combo for my blood pressure.
Uh,
I take an allopurinol, which is for preventing my stones because I produce a lot of uric acid, which is the same what people would take for gout, but I don't have gout.
Are we going to talk about stones again? Are you going to?
No, I just referring to people running to
Okay.
take their meds. I did
Are
have a margarita last night on whoever stream that was. I was drinking a.
I was going to ask you, Richard. Today's Friday here in Thailand. Is it tomorrow morning that I'm looking for
Mr.
the new
Rich.
show?
So I'd like to meet that guy, Mr.
Yeah.
Rich.
How about he's got foreigner Rich, and because it's Friday, what about thank God it's Richard?
Yeah, there you go.
Thank God it's Richard.
That is supposed to happen on Friday. Did I miss the show today? Was it on already?
Yeah, you missed it,
Damn it.
dude.
Andy. Blood computer.
Wow.
Are you
The
using your
problem is with
laptop
the-
yet?
When I say, this morning, it could have been anywhere after midnight to about
For you?
10 a.m. And then when I say last night,
Holistic Richard.
it's like,
Yeah, are you gonna
okay,
have her on with you? What's her name? Sai.
The
Sai,
holistic
right?
Richard.
Sai, isn't
Oh,
her? Sai.
it's me, Sai,
It's me, Sai.
the holistic Richard.
Now this girl, this is just a guess, and I don't know for sure because I didn't follow him for a long time, but I think she may have had
Yes, they are.
breast enlargement. And is she getting bigger? Because she looks a little bit bigger to me than she did in some of the ones a year ago.
Hey,
I think
Craig.
she's putting on some weight. Not
Yeah,
that that
Adam
matters.
Masai.
She looks. Yeah, she looks.
Yeah,
great.
she did on It's Me Sai, her channel last year or sometime or pre the situation.
Got to love her chart.
She
Yeah.
talked about her whole process, the whole thing for her surgery,
Oh, okay.
the whole smack, why she chose
They-
a certain route.
They definitely did a
You
good
know.
job. That's
Oh,
what I
she's
liked about
she's a pretty lady.
riding
young lady.
motorcycles and hanging out with all the girls in the topless bar, because after they got there, what they really hated was I never tipped any of them. So when I would come in there and play pool and stuff, they couldn't help themselves. They had to
Right
come
on,
over
Andy.
and ask me
Andy met
why
him.
I didn't tip them, and how come I don't give them money. But the big thing was, whenever they got their new boobs, they would take me in the back and go, "Come on, you got to feel these." I mean, I don't know how many times these girls just whip. Okay, yeah. Those are some of the best ones I've ever seen. They all look the same to me. They just felt like crap. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry, Mitch. Something about Andy? Oh, you
Yeah,
met
Andy met Adam in Melbourne.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, he's from Australia, right? Obviously, Adam.
Yes.
She's getting older. The Holistic Trainer channel. Her boyfriend has some cool videos. Yeah, I've seen. I probably watched about 6 of them, I guess. And I've watched. I think they've only made like 2 or 3 since he got here. However long ago, a month and a half ago, 2 months. I would imagine if I was gone for a year and came back to that, I probably wouldn't make videos for a while either. I'd be locked in a room.
What about Richard Mack in Thailand?
Sop her up with a biscuit. Jeez.
I know what you mean, though, Gator.
Yeah,
I get the fun.
I do. That'll sure be some shit on a shingle there, baby.
Hello, Ryan Sant. I think I said hello to you, but how are you, sir?
Here you go, look.
Another channel about crypto.
See, my memory ain't failing me too much. That is the link to that video, my breast augmentation surgery before and after
And
pics.
after- Wow.
I've got the after right here.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Mine,
I bought
I
the
need to have a lift
$75
of some
calendar,
sort. Did you?
which has 14 months in it. No, just kidding.
I did see the ones when she was making the calendar. She did a couple of videos, and I just liked watching
That's
it. because
right.
I thought
That's
it,
right.
I thought it was
Coming to
impressive
America.
that she
That's right. It is. That
coming
damn.
to America, Mr. Mitch. God bless that.
God bless you.
The what I liked about her was she bought her mom the scooter. She's redoing the house, and I'm imagining this is all with money she made on YouTube, obviously. But it's just amazing what the Thai, especially the women, do for their parents, and that's why I like to watch. So I watched her, looking at her wasn't hard to do either. Crypto, I still don't get crypto.
That's why if I've been considering a full upgrade in case I decide to do a channel, because I guess if you're sexy looking, baby, you get more views.
If you've got it, flaunt it.
Plus, see, you have a reduction surgery. Richard will talk to you then, and if you actually have them added or made bigger, and you're considered female, and not a dude anymore, then you can. He will have you on because then you're female. He's going to only
Okay,
do females. What I hear.
I just posted a link.
Okay.
Boing boing. Has anybody heard of that or used it?
Boing boing. No.
Okay, so
Boing, boing.
yeah, it's great. When you're watching a video, you see a clickbait image or something, right?
Right.
Go to Boing Boing and paste in that address of that video you're watching, and you will see the thumbnails for that video in multiple sizes. So you can see Sai, for instance, in her little Japanese cube hotel room,
Right.
full screen,
And it looked
and
good.
it's pretty nice.
What was I gonna do? You know what? Oh, I know what I was gonna try.
Our Life Thai.
I've got a
Oh, they don't post anymore.
2 minute
Huh.
2 minute video, I think, or 3 minute of just the front camera on the Forza, because I don't believe that the other ones were in 1080p, because it had a little icon. Now I'm not going to remember what the hell it was. Which one was it? Damn it. Anyway.
What about Rich Rides?
Rich Rides?
Turn it the other way. Rich Rides.
Son of a bitch. I thought I had it all set up. Oh, maybe it's in videos. Yeah, it is. Anyway, it is. There it is. Front camera. I'm going to play this for a second. It's only, I don't know, it's not even 2 minutes long.
Yeah, cool.
But I'll play it real quick, and you guys give me, maybe I'm going to try to go full screen with it too. Maybe anybody on a 50-inch screen? Yater, Richard, do you have a 50-inch screen? Let me see what happens. It might just take off. I don't know how to do this. So here we go. Let's see. I just did this little test of just the front facing camera on the Forza. I just wanted to see what it looked like, because it did give me an option to go to a higher quality. So I don't know what the last one was like. I don't know how the hell to do that. But I figured I'd do this. It's a little, I don't know, two minute video, and I'll play it on the next live stream. I'll just download it. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you talking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it choppy for you?
Yeah,
video?
It is.
Why? I wonder why. I guess my computer slowed crap? What's it doing? Huh, it just stopped.
Yeah, just paused now.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there we go.
Let's see see if anybody knows. But it looked a little bit better to me, so maybe it was only 720 before. I don't know.
Well,
but
still, you'll get an idea of what it looks.
We'll see what
what it
happens.
looks like.
It's
It
just
looks
up the
like
street
shit.
here and over to the Robinsons.
But it looked better to me,
I don't know.
maybe because it was full screen and not split screen like I did before. But it's going back. I'll get rid of it. But anyway, okay. So I'm imagining that's because my computer is a piece of shit.
Well, I'm guessing
Yeah.
maybe because you're live streaming and trying to upload a
doing it at
video
the same
all at
time.
the same time. So
Richard, is it because my computer's a piece of crap? And if I have more, I got 8 megs of something or other. If I had 16 megs, would it make my computer faster? Dave, you got to upload that to
Oh, there you go.
StreamYard, because StreamYard can't stream that video. Oh, okay. But I think it's too long to let me upload it. Let me see. I will see right now.
I'm taking mental
What-
notes.
Yeah. But I think I don't know if that 8 megs or 16 megs, will that make it different, Richard? Do you
hey,
know?
Chris.
Let's see what I'm
Yeah, Chris, I think so. Hi,
Okay,
by the
let
way.
me-
Chris in Queensland. Yeah, probably the only state
Yeah,
in Australia
16
that's
gig,
free.
not 16 meg. That's right. Yeah.
Whoops, that file is a bit
Making
too large. The
$50,000
size
going
limit,
live on OnlyFans, so they're going to start looking closer at the business aspect of taxes. So I would imagine so.
it says the size limit's 200 MB, Richard. The share button at the bottom of the page lets you share video of any size and length. But unlike the video clips in this section, those videos aren't saved to your account for
perfect.
future broadcasts. So it
Perth
says
is
I can.
free.
It says I can share it, Richard. No more memory won't help you with the stream, because it said there right in the thing I got that it's too big to download, but I can share it like I just did, and it won't be saved to whatever. So I don't know.
You just froze up after you said too big. What's too big, Dave?
If I go walk outside. Well, what did it look like? Anybody bring that vid into?
I don't
your
want to know what it
editing
looked like,
software?
Dave.
Decrease it. Oh, okay. And decrease it to 770p. Okay, 720p.
All right, I can do
Okay.
one-liners a lot when I'm punch drunk, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that business card.
I got
I'm gonna send this guy a bunch of links.
You're talking about the
Okay.
the processor, Craig? I got the Ryzen 7.
Processing
That's what they
speed.
told me to get. The Ryzen 7, but I don't think I got the state of the art one. I got to get a new computer. That's all there is to it.
Video kill a live stream star.
Star in my mind and in my heart.
I'm gonna eat some apple.
I'm
Can't
glad you
remember
guys know
that.
these. I have never heard that before in my life. You
Oh,
tell
really?
What
God.
a sheltered life I've led.
I think I was on rollerblades at about 15 when that song came out.
I was watching some girls rollerblading when
Okay,
that song
thanks,
was
Chris.
going.
It was all
It's
the
gonna have to be
rage.
good enough. But it was. I think it
I
was
can't
time
sing.
to get going. That said,
Sing
you
it.
don't
Sing
really
it,
need
Mark.
that because the back one is mounted to the bottom of that rack, and it has a lot of flex to it. And he said you don't really need that except for accidents and stuff, and he's probably right. The front one,
That's
it'll
right.
run all the time. So
The Mad Bunch, more like it.
everybody's saying hello, hello, hello.
Well, for the next 5 days at least.
Did you guys see Ringside?
Whereabouts are
link?
you,
I put a
Chris?
link
Are
up
you
there.
Melbourne? Because if Chris is in Melbourne, there's 3 or 4 of us here that are stuck in the house for the next 5 days.
Now can you go to the store? You got to order
Yeah,
food
yeah.
in?
So you can go for your walk. You can go down to the store. That's about all you can do. I can't go fishing. I know that much.
That would be a good trivia question, Gator.
What is it?
That was the first song.
Bris
opening
Vegas,
song for it.
Bris Vegas.
First video showed on the original MTV was Video Killer.
No, it was tie me kangaroo down, sport, tie me kangaroo down, tie me kangaroo down, sport, tie me kangaroo down. All together now. Crickets.
Who's a happy drunk? I guess I should drink. I need to ingest alcohol, either that or deprive myself of sleep. One of the two.
Well,
There it
I
is
had
right
seven stubbies on the way home from Swifts Creek last night.
Moderately cranky bunch, Brock says.
Boy, 1981 was one hell of a year for me.
Was it? I can't remember that far back.
Oh, I do.
I don't remember the 80s very, very, very little.
1981, I
drugs,
spent
alcohol.
5 months in Southeast Asia, traveling around, living the life of Riley, whatever they say. Came back and took a job up on the North Slope in Alaska at a
Did I
freaking
do?
work
In the
camp,
80s I
12
did.
hours a
A
day,
crank.
7 days a week.
Stayed up 3, 4, 5 days at a time, riding motorcycles and
Booger sugar.
going to
Oh my
topless
God.
bars and tearing up Los Angeles and the Valley and having a good old time until I came to my senses, thank God. But the
1981, I
80s,
was still running away from girls at that age.
81. How old was I in 81? Let's see. 66, 76.
17. I
20.
turned 18 in 81.
I was 20. Wait,
God, I was probably 15, 14, 15.
I was 25. 25 years old. I'd already been married and
No,
divorced
passenger, Andy.
twice,
I'm
I
responsible.
think. Yeah, I was already married. 25. I'd been married and divorced twice, I think. I think so.
By 81,
Yeah.
that's a fair effort.
Yeah. Well, I was only married to him for 6 months or 9 months at a time. But yeah, that was amazing. I was, I don't know, I wasn't all there. Of course, when you're doing the amounts of drugs that I was doing,
Okay.
it's amazing that I'm still alive.
Gator, what was the second video played on MTV?
In Australia,
Oh, shit, I didn't put that part.
I don't know when MTV came out. I remember coming it on, but it was all music that I
Same
never
thing.
listened to, so I didn't do
Pat Benatar, You Better Run.
no,
Wow.
it. Pat Benatar. Wow.
she
She's a
1980
cutie. She's still
was,
cute now, even in her.
In West Oz.
90s.
Got promoted and about to be sent to Malaysia
Wow.
for 3 years. Wow, Brock. 81, yeah. 25 years old. What was that? Yeah. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I think I'd been divorced a couple of times and was having a good time. You know what it was? You know, I stopped doing drugs when all the people that I would go out partying with, and I'm talking about speed, crank, stay up 2-3 days at a time, I got sick one time, and all my friends, or all these people, I call them my friends, they came over to my house after being up for 2 or 3 days. I couldn't go. I had like a fever of 103 or something stupid.
Jesus.
And
Rolf Harris rocked.
the,
Jesus Christ. I've never heard of him until this now, and I'm looking up.
the
Pedophile, blah,
they
blah, blah.
they were talking, and I couldn't make sense of anything that they were fucking saying. Oh, excuse my French. Not a word. And I'm thinking to myself, do I sound like that after 2 or 3 days? I said, okay, enough with the drugs. I think I stopped right about then.
No kidding.
Mid 80s, 85 or something. And I did it without any kind of, I did cocaine, crank, LSD, mushrooms, anything that I could get my hand on. And I said, okay, enough with that. And it's been like 35 years since I've done any drugs. And what I did was I went out and I bought stuff. Every time that I went to buy an 8-ball or whatever I wanted to get, I took that money and bought a new camera or bought some ski equipment or bought whatever I was into. A month later, I had a whole room full of shit that I never even opened. I said, okay, it's been a week, I'm done. And I stopped cold turkey, everything.
Good. Good.
Yeah. And it's probably the best thing I ever did. You have the Ryzen 7, should be plenty of gun size and speed to push plenty. Maybe a streaming software issue. Bandwidth. Yeah, the bandwidth, I've got incredible 200 up, 200 down, but I think the bandwidth is what really matters, and I can't get through to TOT or to my wife that I need bandwidth. Because I'm online, my wife's online, her mother's online, her father's online, the 2 daughters are online, and I know it slows everything down. Now what I did find out, and I told Mitch, I can get an adapter because I got this computer and my wife got me the Cat 6 cable to plug directly into the modem so I don't have to go on Wi-Fi, and there's no place to plug it in on this frickin' thing. Well, I just found out that they make an adapter that goes into my USB slot that I can plug the cable into, and I don't have to go Wi-Fi. So that might help too, going directly instead of going Wi-Fi.
Dave's not here, man. Dave's not here, man.
Yeah, Richard has a point, Dave. He says you got to plug into the internet.
Yeah. And like I said, Richard, I just found out yesterday, I'm thinking to myself, they can't be making these computers and completely forgetting about Cat 6 or hardwiring in. And so I just typed in the Lasada adapter from USB to Cat 6, and boom, pumped up. It's even got the extra 3 spots to put USBs in it. So I'm going to order that today and try it, because she gave me. It's only right outside this door, so all I got, and it's right above my head,
Right on.
so I can just plug it straight in and just bring it in here and plug it in, just while I do the live streams. Okay, I will do that. I will do
Hey,
that
William.
before tomorrow.
Excuse me for talking with my mouth full of
Hey.
apple.
What's up, William? Haven't seen you in a while. I saw you on another
Morning,
channel
William.
the other day. Once you go Cat 8, you will never go back to Cat 6. Is there a Cat 8? I don't know. Are you just bullshitting with me? You guys can get over on me. Because there might be, I don't know. You know, I'm not privy to any of this crap. I'm lucky I can make this happen. I'm amazed that I can do this. But and also, I went on yesterday, 3,850 hours, so almost to the 4,000 hours. But I keep going. Went up from 485 to 488, and now it's down to 487. So I gain 1, lose 2, gain 3, lose 5. So I don't know how it works, but I'll get to 1,000 eventually.
Sounds like
I
my
hope.
weight struggles.
Me too.
If I killed
No, I don't even look.
No, don't look now.
Just get a second line dedicated. Yeah, I'm gonna plug it in. I'm gonna do one tomorrow. Or I think I'm gonna do a live stream tomorrow. I'm supposed to do it tomorrow, and after we get done here, I'll plug it in. Oh no, I can't. I gotta wait to order that freaking adapter.
Oh,
I
wow,
need.
two not so much, huh? I just noticed that.
I need to start travel live show.
You gotta
Yeah, no
you gotta
kidding.
show us your one of the helpers at one of the laborers at your job site there, Dave.
The
We can
dude.
talk about.
You want
Oh,
to see
did
the
you
dude?
do you guys? I'm sure you guys all saw Chuck's
Yeah, he put
recent
some on
one.
Facebook about it too. And like I said, it wasn't
That
only
was good,
that.
you know, and it's true. It's like,
Yeah, but it wasn't
Anyway.
only that. It was calling the kid fat,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he was asking his wife and trying to figure out, am I being insulted? And you're insulting if you said, hey, you're a freaking dude.
Dude,
You're
you're so
sick. You make me
fat.
puke. If you do it like that. But if you're telling your friend, hey, that's not a lady over there. That's a dude. That nothing wrong with that. I don't. And the lady boy that he had on said, no, it depends on the way you say it. And when he said it a long time ago, it wasn't meant in anything except telling his people on his channel that is a man over there, or was a man over there, before it became he became a she. I really like that. What's the guy's name that has the lady boy?
Yeah,
wife.
that's good.
Warren
I
from,
think
from
I
Sydney.
think he is
and
a. I
Australia.
really, if you would have, if I would have looked at that 20 years ago, I would have shut it off and puked. And now I look at it, you know what? I think he's freaking great. I think it's awesome. I think they've been together a long time too. It's not
13,
like
14 years, I
yeah,
think.
it's not just a flash in the pan. And I guess when I look at it, because I was really, like I said, I wasn't a nice person. I wasn't a good person. But, I mean, in all aspects of everything, she is now a woman, and
The thing about
I-
Thailand that I've noticed is it, like Western countries, especially, I've seen it a lot on American TV, but it's starting to creep into Australian culture, business culture as well now. Where, and as I said, I'm a lover of all people, right? All animals, all people. But transgender community they fight so hard to be recognised about, well, we need equal rights, we need a special this, we need special dispensation. But you go to Thailand, everybody just loves everybody.
Hi,
Right?
Tyrone.
They
Hey,
just,
Tyrone.
they,
Hey, Mike.
everyone just gets on with everybody in Thailand.
Yeah, you know what? Brock says he's got 4G Wi-Fi modem. I got supposedly the best one they got. I just don't think I have the bandwidth. So what I did was I paid 5,000 baht or something for a whole crap load of cat cable. And over at the new house, every place that there's a TV,
There you go, Andy.
and every place that we're going to have a computer, there's now a plug to hardwire in the TV, to plug in the computers or whatever you want. Since I figured they were doing it now, why not put the crap in and be able to use it? So I'll check it
Hear
out and
me
see.
roar.
I just don't know because, like I said, this is the second modem I've had, and this is supposed to be the top of the line modem that TOT has anyway. Who do you have, Brock? You have a 4G Wi-Fi modem. Let me ask my wife. Baby, is our Wi-Fi 4G? 5G. Okay. My wife says it's 5G. I still don't think we have the bandwidth. Because like I said, as I'm talking to her, she's on her phone. Her mom's downstairs on her phone. The two kids are on the internet. And if her dad's here, he's on the internet. So, sooner or later you got to run out of stuff. I'm surprised.
Something's got to
I could-
give.
Yeah, I'm surprised I could still stream. I know that's why how I started using StreamYard was because that the YouTube kept cutting it out, and then it wouldn't let me go live. So then I looked into and found StreamYard and did all the stuff, and I like this way better. I actually like that one that Chocolate Man, he was on last night live with, what's her name? Fa? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Last night, and I like that program, but that OBS whatever kind of scares me because I don't know crap about that.
Streamlabs, OBS.
Yeah. It
His
looks,
graphics
you know,
were awesome.
yeah. He could do a lot more, and it tells
chat,
you when somebody.
the count.
tells
and
you when
it
somebody
tells them, hey,
joined the
so and so
channel.
just
Yeah,
awesome.
Mark is correct. The
Yeah.
transgenders are accepted, but don't push it hard agenda.
But that's right, Gator. But yet in Western, Australia, in the UK, in America, Canada, everywhere, I've got no problem with it. You are free to live whatever life you want to live, but and there will be people that are accepting of it and people that won't be accepting of it. But I don't know. It's hard to express what I'm trying to think of. But in Western culture, they tend to make such a big deal about wanting to be accepted, where the Thais just get on with it.
Yeah, and they do.
So,
And from what
I-
my wife said, the parents know from
That's
a
good,
very
Andy.
young age
That's very
whether
good.
their son is going to be a lady boy or not, and they start them once they make the decision. They start them on the hormones and everything at a young age. This is what my understanding, what my wife had told me. But like I said before, the people that I talked about, because I've never really, and I still want to someday, and I think my wife
Thank you,
trusts me
Gabe.
enough to go into a bar. I've never been into a real bar in like Patong or Pattaya or Bangkok, a real bar, because I didn't know what a bar find was. I didn't know anything when I got here. And the people that I made friends with, I asked them finally, I know I'm naive, but can you explain this to me? And they did. And every story that I heard them talk about ladyboy bars was after they'd had enough, or they just wanted to go out and have a good time and drink and laugh their asses off. And they said they would go to a ladyboy bar. They said they were unbelievably nice, funny as hell, and they had the best time. I mean, they weren't looking for that, but they had better time there enjoying them than they did just going to a regular bar.
well, look, I
So I'd
haven't.
like to try it.
I've had a bit of an interaction, just a social interaction, because everybody. I have a Thai partner, but because everybody knows everybody, she has transgender friends, and if I could sum up a transgender in Thailand, they are full-on extroverts. Full-on extroverts. They are out there, and I mean, and they just love their life. But I just thought of a channel show for Richard, because he's coming to Thailand probably, and like you, Dave, I'm not really a big frequenter of that seedy underworld, the nightclubs.
Yeah, I'm not.
But we could have Richard's undercover
Yeah.
club experience.
I'd like to. God, there's a lot of people asking stuff here. Mike said he's not even taking any chances. He ran internet in his house. He ran 2 lines in case one goes down. That's a good idea. I probably should have done that.
I did
since they
see
were
that,
pulling
Craig.
me.
Yeah.
The problem
idea.
with transgenders, they're pushing harm, judging others too much, making them feel out of place or wrong. Have you seen the channel Hunt Dead Things? New channel. But dude, some cool underwater fossils. Dropping the video, diver was attacked by gator and pud.
There you go. I just posted it up. I
Okay.
subscribed. It looks interesting. I
You
hunt
need to
dead
be
things.
careful hardwiring all your devices. Lightning takes. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Ron.
Well put, William. Well put.
But I think
that's
I
my
wonder if I could-
philosophy as well.
I wonder if I could bring it into into some kind of a.
That's
Like
right.
you have the.
That's it.
the
After that,
circuitry
there ain't no
before I
more.
put it into my
One
computer.
line.
You know what I want to get, and I'm going to get, I think, 50,000 baht for a 7 kW automatic start gasoline, I think, or propane. Maybe it was propane generator backup. Because I'm about
Really?
tired of here with the thing going out and not having air
Wingman.
conditioning.
You want aircon? Yeah.
Yeah, because of that and refrigerator, I don't have to have a bunch, a couple lights, doesn't have to turn on everything, but enough to run 1 or 2 air conditioners, and the refrigerator would be fine, and a couple lights, and the TV.
Yeah, but do you need to have two air conditioners on? I mean, how long do
No.
your blackouts last for?
No, well, one of them lasted like 7-8 hours.
No, I'll see that.
So it was,
But I mean,
yeah,
you could all crowd into one. If you lost power,
Yeah.
I mean, you could all crowd into one room.
I could even get a smaller one, but the one I think it was right around 50,000. I could put it in myself. It's very simple. I did one of them. I did a Generac, big whole house one. What was it, 20 kW?
Yeah, that's what I did for my parents. Was a Generac.
in New York, and it was awesome. It ran.
But
the
if you're
whole
going to
house.
have automatic start, you have to have automatic changeover switches. You have to have master
Right.
slave
It
relays,
come-
all that sort
it
of
come-
stuff. So
it comes with everything.
That's right.
It comes with everything, all the switchover stuff and everything. So I might try it for 50,000 baht. When I get an extra 50,000 baht, then I'll do it.
I mean, it's a
nice
lot
to-
of expense.
Wow.
You got to run a PLC. You got to have all that sort of stuff. Doing your changeover contactors and a Sparky come in and do your
Well, it sounds
your
like
switchboard.
you know what you're
but-
talking about, so I'll
No.
just have you come over and do it for me.
But a simple
Well,
a simple
another
way.
thing,
A simple way might
go
be
ahead.
if you lose power, you go outside, start the generator, and you plug your,
Something in. And I
open the
could do
main
that.
breaker, and you have
I'm also
another
the guy that
feed.
wants a twist and go scooter, so I don't like doing anything.
Don't want to think
But
about it too
you know
much.
what it is too? After about 24 hours on my pond filtration, I start to lose good bacteria. It'll start to die off. Now, I think we had one that went overnight and maybe went 8-10 hours. That's no problem. But it's nice to be able to run at least oxygen and run that pump. And if I could do something on a small scale, at my house I had a 2,000 watt Honda quiet generator, the EQ or whatever they are. And I ran a boat, 5-gallon boat, gas tank. And I set that because they actually have it, you don't have to have it above it or anything. They actually have a pump on those generators. I bought a cap on eBay that had a fitting in the top. I took the hose with the little pump deal off of the tank, put it on there, screwed it on. You get it started, it would run 38 hours or 40 hours or something on that tank. Never had to fill it, never had to do anything. I could do something like that. I'm imagining Honda generators here are probably quite expensive. The four-stroke generators were a lot of money. But
Well,
I don't
I've
think
got
he
one of
does,
those.
Gator.
I've got
But
one
he's
of
gonna
those
be doing
little.
it.
I've got
They're
one of those
awesome.
little 1 kVA Honda generators, and
I
I
had
think
the
that
1,000
cost me about $1,000. But I mean, it's a
Exactly.
suitcase. It's a
what happened
briefcase
was
size thing. So.
I had a motorhome that down at the beach I would park on our favorite spot, and you weren't allowed to make noise. They didn't restrict you running your generator, but it's a big generator in the motorhome. And I met the guy in front of me had one of the first pop out campers on the back of a truck. It had a pop out in the side, and we were over there, and I'm going, "How are you running all this stuff?" And you're right next to there's rocks, the breakwater's right there, waves crashing and stuff. And I go, how are you running? And he takes his finger and he points at the Honda 1,000 water. It's not 8 feet from me, and I couldn't hear the freaking thing running. I said, "You're kidding me? What, it's running right now?" He goes, "Go over there." I went over there. Son of a bitch! I bought one the next.
Peter,
I
that's
bought
right.
one the next day. And
Yeah,
that was
Honda
like
make a
long
good
time ago.
product.
Yeah, real good.
Make a great
And
product.
I had that one, and then I bought the 2,000, and now I've only got the 2,000. I let somebody borrow the 1,000, and they fried it. They let it run and run and run and run.
You know, with those Hondas, the 1 kVA and the 2 kVA, if you buy two the same, so if you buy two 1 kVAs, you can
put 'em
parallel them up
together.
together. Yeah.
That's how I got
So-
mine. My brother-in-law had a trailer, a 30-foot fifth wheel, and it didn't have a generator in it. So he bought two of the thousands and the pairing stuff to make it, and that's how he powered it. When he sold it, he only sold it with one of them, and then after a little while, he said, "I want to get rid of this thing. You want to buy it?" I said, "Sure. I can always use another Honda generator. Can't have too many, that's for sure." But see, something like that 2,000 water, I ran. We used to have a lot of power outages. Still up in my house, I had a lot of power outages that could last 2 or 3 days up in the high Sierras, and I got that one and did that, and then I ran the satellite dish, the big screen TV, the refrigerator, and the coffee maker. And I couldn't run I had to make my coffee first and then turn the stuff on. But what am I missing? Mitch is laughing again. You don't need a pump.
You could use a Thai water buffalo system. That's a generator.
I figured it.
Round and around and around and around.
Are the houses earthquake?
Like
It's not
Arnold
even. Yeah, it's a
Schwarzenegger
breaker. It's a breaker box. Who was that asked?
What the heck
Andy.
was that movie?
It's just
Can't even think
got
of it now.
breakers in it. There's no fuses in it that I saw of any kind.
But I think Andy wanted to know about the Earths. So typically, and I haven't had a good look at a Thai
They bring
switchboard,
everything
but all the
Conan.
Earths come back
Conan
to
the
the
Barbarian.
switchboard. back to the breaker box or switchboard or fuse box, and then there's one cable that runs down into an earth stake that's buried in the ground. So
they all everything I've seen has had an earth ground on it.
Yeah. I haven't come across anything, but even in Australia, sometimes especially older installations, you'll find that earths are not light switches are not earthed, and then sometimes you do. But every power that I've looked at in the houses that we've had in Thailand, at least the power circuits have always been earthed. So
Yeah, I am planning. Mitch wanted to know if I'm going to do anything on the koi, raising koi filtration pumps, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've actually thought about it because I'm kind of restricted on what I can do as far as my wife letting me leave. And I think it's interesting. Maybe people won't like it, but I'll just throw them in. I'm not going to stop doing anything else, but I do enjoy that. And I made all those filters out there, so it would be kind of neat to show you how they work.
So you've got to pack all that up and then ship it to the new house. So what are you going to do? Drain the water out and put all the fish?
I've got another one. I've got another portable or above ground pool just like that one.
Yeah.
I'll take that over to the house and put it where the 3 meter by 3 meter house is going to go eventually, the guest house in the back, and it'll stay there while I'm not going to build. I'm not going to build the pond or the pool until I get there. Then I'll start digging and build them. And then once the pond and the pool are, then I'll move it into the pond, and then we'll get the guest house and move it in.
Gator, you got any plans to going to Europe at all?
Who?
Me? In the cup, Gator Jake.
Oh, where's Gator?
Man, we are going to get along. He's like rattling off these song lyrics and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I do that shit all the time. I make my own twisted tunes. I'll get bored with a song, and I'll just change it up and offend the hell out of people.
You got way too much. I know nothing. No songs.
I love it.
No songs.
The radio. There's a radio show I listened to back in the day. Every day at like lunchtime, about 12:30 or something, they played.
Yes, they do, bro.
Mystery lyrics or whatever. But lyrics of mystery, and they would say the lyrics in a totally different voice, and people had to guess it. I was 99% success rate. They were like, "Oh, hang on, Mitch is gonna hang on, Mitch, you listening?" I love that shit.
Older houses, you can get 9,000 watt for super quiet.
Wow.
For 700.
Doctor Demento.
9,000 watt, really? I'll have to look at that. I can need my pen again.
No worries, Gator.
Where can you get it at? Lasada, Craig?
What I find with people that want to get standby generators is they overdo it, and they go to an expense that sometimes is not necessary. That's what I mean. I ask, if you just need one air conditioner, you can have a remote plug from the switchboard to plug in to run that air conditioner, whether it be 2K or 3K air conditioner, and another plug that runs off to your filtration for your koi ponds. You might end up working out. But see, with a air conditioner, you've got a lot of startup current, so you're going to have to take that into consideration.
Yep.
I did run a motorhome, a single one. What are those? They're 1 ton. Some of them are a little bit bigger, but they're 12,000, 14,000 BTUs. The ones on a camper or whatever, and that's the biggest problem. And with the Honda, I could get it to work just barely. The 2000 would just barely take the startup. Once it got it running, it was okay until it shut off and wanted to start again.
Yeah, start run capacitor.
Yeah. So
you can have soft. Some of the new compressors are soft start compressors. Yeah. But you can also change the type of breaker. So the breaker has a delay before it reaches its IMAX as well. So it's a different curve breaker in there. So even if it is trying to pull, 25, 30 amps for initial startup, it'll trip most breakers. But for a decent size air compressor, you can get a breaker that has a delayed action before it starts wanting to trip off. So.
Yeah, there's a couple things. It's not a big giant deal. Actually, I would live with just a fan, so if I had a little, couple thousand watt quiet generator, I could run one pump to just make sure that all the stuff's going over my filter media, and run a fan or something, just to keep air blowing on me. Because I'm fine as long as there's air blowing on me.
Hey, Joe.
But
Hey, Bodo.
Hey, Joe.
hey, Joe, I hadn't seen a hey boat. They just jumped in, didn't they? Do you have?
Oh, Mike. I missed Mike there as well. I think I said g'day to Tyrone, but if I didn't,
Yeah,
g'day.
I got it, Brock. Hold on. I can put it up. Brock wants to come on. Let's see, paste. Anybody else that wants to too? I'm not going to go. It's already been an hour. How the hell does the time go by so quick? Didn't seem like. Oh, I'm sorry for being late. Were you meditating, Joe? Or does Dana have a live stream going on? Me and him seem to always have our live streams going on at the same time. I wasn't really supposed to do one today, but I got talked into it. But I'm not going to be here a whole heck of a lot longer. Long enough.
So, Chris, you obviously spend a bit of time in the Philippines. Is that correct? How hard is it to get over to the Philippines at the moment?
Electrical consultant.
No, thanks, Andy. I'm retired, man. I've got clients here that still want me to do work for them. So, and I don't want. I'm not going to get a work permit, Andy.
You know anything about solar, Mark?
Nah.
No.
I'm all
That's one
big
thing I
stuff.
gotta-
All big stuff, Dave. All high voltage, high current stuff is my speciality. So
Yeah, they got to find somebody that knows a bunch about. I know a little bit because eventually I definitely want to put solar on the house. That's for sure. But it's finding out selling the house. How much? What am I going to have? How much do I want to spend here in Thailand? How much do I want to leave at home? I got a lot of different things that I have to consider. But getting the house done and getting moved in is like number one on my list. Hey Brock, how you doing?
Morning,
yeah, I've heard that about the Philippines.
Philippines is impossible.
Hey, Brock.
Yeah, see, I'm wondering how Mike's of live my ass off.
Yeah.
He just got married to his longtime Filipino girlfriend, now his wife. I wonder
Thanks,
if he
Brian.
can. He said he can travel though because she has a daughter, now his daughter, she's still in the Philippines. So I think he said, last time I asked him, I think he said the beginning of next year, January or February, they were planning on going.
So I got a friend of mine who spends a bit of time in the Philippines. So I just want to check with Chris again. So there's no chance of them having some sort of similar arrangement like Thailand have got, where if you get your exemption to leave Australia, or you come from any other country that's not an island prison like Australia is, that you can't. They're not going to allow anybody at all in unless you're married to a Filipino national. Is that correct?
Did he answer you?
So always a delay from Melbourne to Brisbane.
Must install it.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I like windmills. I wanted to go off the grid. If I wouldn't have done this, if I would have stayed, I would have went up in the high country and probably lived off the grid. My problem is I would have had to have definitely made sure that I had my television fix or my Netflix and stuff, or I'd go crazy. So I don't know if I would have made it. If I would have been out by now.
When I was younger, I could have handled it, but not now. I like
they
creature comforts.
he had told me. I think he said he was planning. They were planning on going back in January. I think.
God damn,
My
that's
wife
good.
must be traveling with you. Okay.
Kids, okay.
Live your ass off. I live my life. Gator's singing again. How do you guys remember all this? I couldn't even type that. First off, I'd
What?
spell everything wrong. Well, Gator just first remembering lyrics. I guess they're lyrics, but I could never do that. I can't type that fast. Or do I? I think I want to say that my education for English was probably 7th grade, maybe 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade. Lyrics, okay. Yeah, I'm just thank God for the spell check and shit. Otherwise, I'd look like a real idiot.
So we weren't taught English until, I don't know, probably I went to secondary school. It was just all Australian when we were young, and then picked up a second language, English, and then I picked up a Canadian, and then finally tried to master the US,
UK.
but I still struggle with the US. So
Well,
I
that,
don't I don't get dude. I'm not sure what that means. So
the
JBL headbuds, Andy.
headbuds.
Wow.
I was a journalist. Type quickly. Yeah, you do type quickly. That's for sure. I tried to do that. I went to took the typing crap in. This is my mentality. In junior high, I think it was, I took, in high school, I took typing and baking or whatever. What is it called? Home economics.
Your mojo. That's
And
funny.
the only reason that I took that was because that's where all the girls were. And I went, I failed them all. I never got out of 10th grade. But
Yeah, they do.
it seemed like I chased women. That was like my major, I guess maybe most males. I don't know. All I thought about was women. And the worst part about it is I just was the worst person in the world. Didn't care about them. After I got them, couldn't get rid of them quick enough. Sent them down the road. Go get a friend. Bring them. I was just a nasty, nasty bastard. Like I said,
Wow.
none of you guys would probably even talk to me if you'd have met me 30 years ago. But
well,
thank God I changed.
the biggest thing that for me that having a Thai partner is that I've learnt the art of patience. I
Yeah.
really have. There's things like, people have a joke about it, Thai time. But, I enjoy, and I try not to speak Tinglish to her because she really wants to learn, wants to improve. She speaks really good English, but she wants to improve her vocabulary and get all the pronouns and nouns and verbs and adjectives and all that down pat. So, and I have to stop myself speaking Tinglish to her using the Queen's proper English, and then even if it takes us half an hour because I've got to go back and explain what that word actually meant and try to put it from an English context into a Thai context, it's a lot of fun. So you really, when I get to Thailand, I'm on Thai time straight away, mate, because everything slows down for me. It might take, a little bit longer to articulate a point, but that's all fun. I enjoy that part of it.
Well, you know what they also said when I went to Costa Rica, which I consider the people and the way that they take care of their elderly, they send money, they give money to their parents, very similar to Thai culture as far as that part of it. And I'll tell you what, they called it Tico time because they're called Ticas and Ticos, and everybody makes a big joke of it and everything, and it is true. If they tell you, well, I need to have my tile done, okay, when do you want to come? I'll be here tomorrow at 9 a.m. No. Next day, no. Next day, maybe they show up. Okay, but come to find out, a couple of times that I did it, I asked them, I asked the person, why didn't you come? Why didn't you come? Oh, I forget my grandmother's birthday, and we have big beach celebration, and we go to, it wasn't just because they wanted to just procrastinate. They had things to do with their family, and they put their family up here. What they needed to know was, what you need to do is learn how to dial the phone or whatever and call the person, say, I'm not going to make it today, I'll be there tomorrow, and that would help. But they had the same thing, Tico time. But again, I was retired. I didn't give a rat's ass. The only thing that I really care about is getting my house done, and that's because I want to live in it. But if I was at my house and they didn't show up to do a tile job on a Tuesday and they showed up on a Wednesday, who cares? I don't care. As long as it gets done, because I'm retired. I don't have, that's one thing I had to learn. Like you said, slow down, relax, take a deep breath, enjoy retirement, enjoy the slow life. And if you can't do that, definitely don't go to a place like Costa Rica or Thailand, because if you're I got to have that done, especially like the people that come here and go to immigration and stuff, that Oh, what do you mean I got to have this? I don't want to wait. You know, you're not going to make it, man.
No, you're
You're
not.
just not going to make it in
And
Thailand.
even when I was working, like I've had 26 trips to Thailand, so before I decided to move there indefinitely. But even when I was working and I was going there, to me it was just the ability to switch off and just come down several levels. And as I said, enjoy. I enjoy trying to teach English, and I enjoy trying to learn Thai at the same time. So I have more patience than she has when it comes to teaching. I teach her English in a more patient manner than what she tries to teach me English.
I should probably work.
She cracks up laughing every time she tries to teach me a new word and I mispronounce it.
I promised a long time ago, and I still haven't done it, at least taking 1 or 2 days a week and trying to learn Thai. And then what I plan on doing in the house is one day everybody tries to speak English, and then the next day me, tries to speak Thai, and alternate the days and try to learn something. But I find myself talking, what did you call it? Where you're talking.
Tinglish.
Tinglish. I do it all the time. And believe it or not, it helps because my wife isn't, I think she speaks very decent English, but she doesn't. That's why she doesn't want to come on or do anything. And she will eventually because I want her to explain to people what is she doing with me.
Dave, I've been talking too much, and the chat's gone out of hand. You better get back in there and start moderating. Your chief moderator, I think, has gone off the rails. You better start looking at some of these comments.
No, Toon and Lay, man, they have a great farm and
what the hell's Toon and Lay?
I'm looking at glory hole and Catholic priests. I don't know what you're looking at, Rich.
When they had goats, and when they had goats, the subscribers and stuff could suggest names, and there one goat, I said, call him Scapegoat, because he's always getting blamed, so they did that. And then the fishing hole, the big deep hole, what are we calling that one? And I said, call it the glory hole. And he did. And I thought, man, that's awesome. I've been watching them since before they broke ground in the pond,
I'll tell you what, my favorite YouTuber is in Australia.
The big deep
has
hole.
nothing to do with anything except Australia. And the name of it is Youngbloods, and his name is Bodhi, I think. He's got 2 million subscribers. He was an electrician. He completely left that YouTube now, bought boats, bought a house just recently, all his stuff, just got a new girlfriend. All he does is take his boat out, underwater, fishing, spear gun, tuna on the rod, everything. And the guy he's probably 35 maybe early 30s. And I really enjoy his channel.
Yeah, my mate put me onto him last week. Yeah,
he's great.
Yeah. There's a fair bit of clickbait there with his girlfriend too.
Yeah. He just got that. He just started that. When I first started watching him, maybe a year and a half ago or something, or 2 years ago, he had a different gal. And this one's just recent, within the last couple, 5 months or something. And he needed one because he needed someone to go out and camp with and shit instead of just him. But the guy does an excellent job. His content is just, I liked it anyway. And obviously people like it because I think he's got 1.5 million subscribers.
Oh, wow. I don't know how many he's got. Wow.
Yeah, over 1 million.
2.42.
Wow.
2.42. Wow. Yeah, and so he's making, but he's got 2 boats, brand new boats, nice boats. And then he just bought a bike, and he bought a house right on the... Wow. I've never seen such beautiful water as wherever he is, and I have no idea. Do you know where he is, Mark?
I had seen one of his videos at my mate's place the other week, and he was up in I think he was up in the top of Australia. I don't know whether he was in Northern Territory or he was on the northern coast of Western Australia, but he was up there somewhere. Where we go to catch barramundi and stuff. So
absolutely gorgeous water. I mean, just crystal clear. And he said, he was talking 45 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so he'd be up north of Australia.
Okay, Gator. 45. You mentioned 45 degrees. Steaming 45 degrees.
There
Where's
it
the
is,
lyric?
Youngbloods. He, yeah, excellent. I enjoy watching it, and he's always,
YBS
like I said,
Youngblood.
he always puts out
Take
good
care,
stuff, and I
William.
like fishing anyway.
Wrapping ice blocks with meat.
Builder has arrived. All right, got it. All right, William,
He's
take it easy.
Brock's left his microphone on his. I hope he's not going for a slash.
He took
None of
off.
that. Just getting a drink.
He's getting a drink
Oh,
and fell off. Oh, yeah. So I don't know. I enjoy that, and that's probably my favorite, I think. And then of the
Go to
Thai,
water.
I really like Chuck and Paige and Joe, Foreigner Joe and Gift. And then
yeah, she
I like-
had a bit of a medical emergency. I caught up. I watched a video this morning while I was having my coffee.
Oh, I missed
Um,
that.
Yeah, that Gift had to be rushed off to the hospital in the middle of the night. So
Why? Why
she,
did they
she,
say?
she, I think she has. Well, from what Joe was saying, she has suffers from an allergy if she eats shellfish, and but she cooks everything in oyster sauce, and she knows she loves it so much. I'm guessing, but she knows she comes out in hives, but. She must have OD'd on
bad.
the oyster sauce the other night and ended up with
I'll have to
couldn't
check that
breathe.
out.
So.
I didn't see that.
Gastric reflux and all sorts of stuff.
But he was quite distressed even the next day while he was doing the film, and you could see it in his voice and see
Yeah,
it in
he's
his features. He was very
quite
distressed.
he's quite attached to her. You know, I know a lot of people question him. How come you don't do this, and how come you don't do that, and what are you going to do with it? You know, it's his life. He obviously loves the woman. You know, there's not a doubt. There's not a doubt about that, and it'll happen in his time. That's as it should. You know, but I don't know. Yeah, I really like his. I can't wait to see the house completely finished. It pisses me off in one sense that how come mine ain't done. But I'm happy for him in another sense that he gets to move into his flipping house. But he did.
You'll
They did
you'll
do a
get
good
there.
job.
You'll
My
get
wife
there.
wants to put. He didn't want to put the tank above. He didn't want to build and put his tank up high. My wife just came to me last. Said we don't have enough room in the backyard. Let's build a structure above where we're going to put the little building for the pool pump and the well pump and the house pump and I said sure. The guy right behind us has one on stilts, and I know why Joe didn't do it. He thought it looked like crap, and they do, but they're already in my neighborhood, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So I think I'm gonna put them up there. So I'll build it out of concrete and put a footings in, and I'll have the one that's building my either the brother or the one that's building my fence, and I'll build it the same way. Put up concrete like he did the fence type deal, and then put beams across, and then put those slats on there and set it on there. I'll have to have it engineered somehow because I'm not an engineer. So I'll probably
Mitch
have the
is-
brother do it.
Mitch is
an
quoting Midnight Oil now. Good to see, buddy.
Well, he said 45 degrees. That was a cue.
Very,
All right,
very
guys.
political band. Very.
I think it's been almost an hour and a half on a day that I'm going to do one tomorrow anyway. So I know Mark will be ready
okay.
to come on tomorrow. Everybody will be ready to come on tomorrow because they're all half of you guys are locked down. So I will go and check out Joe's video and anything else that I haven't seen and missed. And thanks again if anybody's watching that just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing, everybody that is subscribed. You guys know I appreciate
James.
everything. Makes my life that much better to know all you guys. Can't wait to meet everybody once
I
once all
think
this
it's great
crap
that
stops. Although with Mark,
other people
I'll
come
meet
on.
probably sooner than later. So anyway, all right, guys.
And you
ahead.
just before you go,
Yeah.
you've got the same guys. Every time I log on, it's the same guys
same
here.
ones, yeah.
Uh,
And I'm hoping
and
that it just
alcohol.
keeps. I'm hoping that.
See what, look what
I'm
just
hoping
got
that we
delivered.
keep adding good people, you know, that stay around and come in. And I'd like
Yeah,
to get to
there's
1,000. You
alcohol
know,
in
if I
there.
don't, if I
Look
don't
at
get
my
to the
eyes. There's
1,000,
alcohol in there.
ain't no big deal. All right, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
See you guys.
See ya.
See ya.